Police have entered his home, trying to gather evidence as well to figure out some sort of motivation. Was it?
Good evening. I am Special Lieutenant Kim Vetter of the Michigan State Police, and I am just setting a couple of ground rules for this news conference. We will have a couple of different speakers, and at the end we will have time for a few questions. If you have questions about the spellings of names, I will step back up after the news conference and answer those questions. I'd like to introduce Chief William Renee from the Grand Blanc Township Police Department.
Thank you for joining us. As Lieutenant Vetter said, we will take a couple questions upon the conclusion of this press conference. With me here on the stage is Supervisor Scott Bennett, Fire Department Chief of Grand Blanc Township, Jamie Gent, DNR Chief, Jason Haynes, FBI Acting Special Agent in Charge, Reuben Coleman, and the ATF, James Deere, who is the Special Agent in Charge for this area in Michigan. I have a couple updates for you. There is a couple additional bodies that we've discovered in the church.
Additional bodies.
So that makes our total victim count up to 4 victims. As I said before, there has already been the suspect who is deceased as well. So we have 5 deceased persons from this tragic incident. Again, our thoughts and prayers go out to the victims of this incident that could have been completely avoided. And it's very tragic, and that's not what our community is. I'm confident that we're going to overcome this, as Grand Blanc always overcomes these type of incidents. And also like to acknowledge the heroism of not only the first responders, but the people who were inside that church at the time. They were shielding the children who were also present within the church, moving them to safety. Just hundreds of people just practicing their faith. Just extreme courage, brave, and that's the type of community that we are. Law enforcement, again, we were on scene within 30 seconds from that original 911 call. Within 8 minutes, that suspect was neutralized in the back parking lot of the church by a DNR officer and a Grand Blanc Township officer. So where we're at right now, we're working tirelessly. We're working all night on this particular incident. I know that you guys have questions, and it's not only this community, but it's nationwide, all throughout the United States. So we're working hand in hand with our federal partners. So I'd like to introduce FBI Agent Reuben Coleman to you, who he will give you an update on where he's at within the federal investigation. Sir.
Thank you, Chief. My name is Reuben Coleman, and I am the Acting Special Agent in Charge of FBI Detroit Field Office, which covers the entire state of Michigan. First, I want to sincerely express our condolences to the victims of this shooting, their families, and this entire community. I would like to also thank Chief Rennie, the Grand Blanc Township Police Department, and all of our federal, state, and local law enforcement partners, other first responders, and the community members for their immediate actions in this situation. This act of violence has no place in our state or anywhere else in our country. The FBI is committed to continue finding out the facts, circumstances, and motives behind this tragedy. I can confirm at this time that the FBI is now leading the investigation and is investigating this as an act of targeted violence. FBI crisis response teams, such as our evidence response teams, SWAT, Special Agent Bomb Technicians, victim specialists, were deployed to the scene. We also have special agents who are continuing to conduct interviews and intelligence and professional staff personnel providing research and analysis. I would like to thank them for their work on this case. We ask that members of the public share any information that would assist us in this investigation, and we encourage them to please report to the FBI at 1-800-CALL-FBI or tips.fbi.gov. Any piece of information could be crucial. We ask that you keep the victims of this tragedy, their families, and the entire community in your prayers. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. The Michigan State Police continues to respond to several locations throughout the community as we receive additional bomb threats at other locations. Please continue to stay vigilant, and if you see something suspicious, say something. Call the FBI tip line or call 911 to report suspicious activity. This incident is an active investigation. Investigators are tirelessly combing through evidence under difficult circumstances and working to identify each victim as quickly and accurately as possible. The Family Assistance Center will be open from 8 a.m. till 8 p.m. Monday and Tuesday at the Genesis Conference and Banquet Center at 805 Health Park Boulevard in Grand Blanc. If you are still looking for missing family members related to this incident, you may call 248-705-7352 for assistance. The FAC is available to everyone in the community, victims, family members of victims, and community members seeking support who just want to talk. Trained counselors and victim services will be on site. We do not need volunteer counselors at this time, and we are not accepting donations of goods at this time. Please continue to monitor the Grand Blanc Township Facebook page for the latest updates. Once verified donation centers are made public, we will put those on the Facebook page. Also, the next update will be provided, update time will be provided on that Facebook page. And we'll open up to questions this time.
Chief, has the church been cleared of bodies of victims? And if you could answer at the podium, please.
So as I said, we're working around the clock now. So we're working tirelessly to find additional bodies. So to answer your question, the entire church has not been cleared because it's a total loss due to the fire. So these first responders right now, they're in recovery mode. They're trying to fight through all the debris from the fire. So no, we have not cleared the entire church just yet.
And I have a quick follow-up. Of the victims, the 4 dead, can you say how many were shot or how many died as a result of the fire?
I could say this: 2 have been shot as a result, or have been shot. 2 of the deceased.
Do you know how many people are unaccounted for?
No, I don't know how many people are unaccounted for at this time. We do know that there are some that are unaccounted for.
Can you explain a little bit about how the fire started at the church?
I will leave that up to the ATF Agent Deere.
The question again?
How did the fire start at the church?
For this incident, the fire started basically the suspect. All indications on this investigation are the suspect used an accelerant of some sort, we believe gasoline, and lit the church on fire.
Was it an IED he may have used?
There are, at this point, I'm not going to comment on IEDs. I will confirm that there were some suspected explosive devices that were located. But as far as using them to initiate the blaze, I can't say that. This scene is actively being investigated by ATF. Most people don't know that ATF is the Federal Arson Police, and we have a team from across the country coming in, our national response team. It is a cadre of expert fire investigators that are coming here from across the country to investigate this scene and get to the cause or the origin and cause of this fire.
Lieutenant Butter, we saw that there was possibly a bomb threat at the Meyer on Atherton and Center yesterday. Is that connected to this, and is the home that we saw being searched over there the home of the suspect?
Yeah, that's all still part of the investigation. Sorry, that is still all part of the investigation. We're still working to determine if any of that is related.
Can we speak to the motive? We're hearing speculations that it might have anything to do with the Charlie Kirk assassination in Utah.
That's exactly what it is, a speculation, and we won't come to those types of conclusions for some time.
Do you know if there's any connection between the suspect and the church or its members, any prior connection?
Again, part of the investigation, we're not going to speculate at this time. Right now, we are working tirelessly to recover the victims of this incident and reunite families.
Would the law
Please be
enforcement
patient as we work through that process.
Were the law enforcement officers
there close to the scene and how they were able to respond so quickly within just seconds?
Thankfully, yes.
You mentioned there were additional bomb threats. Is there anywhere that the community should be aware of or stay safe from?
The community should remain vigilant, and anytime they see something suspicious, they should report it immediately.
There's at least one other report that a local church was searched by the bomb squad.
We've searched multiple churches this evening for bomb threat protocol, yes.
Is that based on actual threats?
Yes.
Okay.
We've received 911 calls about bomb threats or other indications that there was a bomb at a different location. Some of them were churches, and we've responded and cleared those locations.
Did those threats come after the suspect was killed at the church?
Yes.
Was there an officer at the church already?
I think that's part of the investigation. Do you have a comment on it?
Were those LDS churches where the bomb threats were, or were there other denominations?
I can't.
Does that speak to a motive?
Yeah, I can't answer that at this time. But
What else can we say about the suspect? You know, you're not going to talk about motive, yes, but what else can we say? Anything about him at all?
right now, what we'd like to do is talk about the heroism that we saw today. The people who responded in such a valiant way to protect the others, both law enforcement, fire department, EMS. Everybody did an excellent job working together to keep people as safe as they possibly could.
We stopped by Holy Family Catholic Church, and there was a heavy police presence there. Is this at all connected to one of those bomb threats that you're mentioning? Is it potentially connected to the incident today at the LDS Church?
I don't have knowledge of that exact location. Do you have anything? Okay. That's going to be all for questions. I thank you for coming and appreciate the assistance.
Can we get your name again, please, ma'am?
Sure. Yep. I'm Specialist Lieutenant Kim Vetter, Michigan State Police. Vetter.
V is in Baker or V is in Victor?
V is in Victor.
Thank you.
Any of the injuries, any of the people just injured by fire, by burns?
We're still working on that.
Yep. Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Still just 8 people in the hospital, sir?
James Deere, D-E-I-R. D is in David, E-I-R.
Okay. Any other spelling? It's the only other questions we're taking. No? Okay. FBI Acting Special Agent in Charge Reuben, R-E-U-B-E-N, Coleman, C-O-L-E-M-A-N.
Okay.
In your title, ma'am?
Specialist Lieutenant.
Specialist Lieutenant?
Thank you. James Deere, D-I-R.
D-I-E-R. Thank you.
So the suspect has been named Thomas Jacob Sanford, an Iraq veteran, 40 years old. And according to his Facebook, let me put up the picture. Kind of a crazy picture. According to, I guess, his Facebook and Daily Mail, he has, let me see here, he has a wife and kids, and served in Iraq from 2004 until 2009. He's from a nearby place called Burton, I guess a nearby town. He was shot dead by officers. Now, in this press conference, they gave new information that additional bodies were found. And that's what they had said earlier in the day because of the fire. There's people that were unaccounted for. So the death count has gone up. Now, this picture of the truck, I thought it was pretty interesting. We saw this earlier today. I don't know the guy's politics. But people were like, this is a MAGA guy, because I guess they saw the American flag. But there's some stuff to contend that, and, you know, we'll just have to see with all the information coming out. But let me show you this. There's this picture. Alleged Mormon church shooter identified as 42-year-old. Well, I see 40. Here's his 42-year-old military vet. Reportedly has anti-Trump Pence sign on fence attached to his garage. So people were going through his social media, and they found, let me show you the picture here. The gateway pundit looked up his alleged shooter's home address and found a Trump Vance sign wedged between a stop sign. And here it is right here. Outside of his property. So I don't know, whatever you want to make of it. I guess we'll have to see.
Also, there was this lady here that was inside the church, supposedly. Sure.
Paula was in that vehicle. You were in that car when the shooting happened. You were inside the church?
I was inside the church.
You were inside the church. So walk me through what happened.
Okay, we went to church. We sat down. We had just gotten done with our sacrament, the sacrament portion of our meeting. One of our counselors was up speaking, and we heard a big bang and the doors blew. And then everybody rushed out. And we went through the church and out through the parking lot. They were trying to get us down to the lake. But the lady that I was trying to help out, she couldn't make it that far, so we got us back up in the parking lot and got us into the Taylor's car. When we got in the cars and we flipped around, and that's when the shooter started shooting at the car. And Brother Taylor is fine. It hit his hand, and then we got over there and we came here, and these nice people let us in, and we've been here since.
I'm so sorry for you to experience something like that. Words will never be enough to tell you how scary of a situation this was. 10:30, this unfolded. Yes. When you heard the loud bang, when you heard the gunshots, what was going through your mind at that point in time?
And by the way, the North Carolina shooting that we covered last night, they're saying that guy is also a veteran, an Iraq war veteran. So interesting. The guy from last night was Nigel Edge.
Real. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what was going on, and I didn't know if we were going to have to get down because we couldn't see anybody. You know, we couldn't see. So I'm not sure if he came in the building or not because he was outside, you know, obviously when we. So, but it was just scary. I mean, I came to worship my.
And this is something interesting too. Hoax had said this in the chat earlier. Social media accounts linked to Sanford's family show that he was married with at least a child, a young son. And according to a GoFundMe page from 2015, the family was in need of donations to help pay for the medical care of Sanford's son, who was born with a rare genetic disorder. The newborn was diagnosed with a condition called congenital hyperinsulinism, which required a lengthy hospital stay and several surgeries to remove portions of the pancreas. The child's medical condition took a financial toll on the family, with one local news article reporting Sanford took leave from his work, a truck driver for Coca-Cola, to be with his son. Don't ever take having healthy kids for granted, he quoted one of his saying it in a post, an article, I guess. So interesting with that.
Savior Jesus Christ, and I didn't expect this to happen, of course. You know, it has, you know, it's, and I've lost friends in there.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
And some of my little primary children that I teach on Sundays were hurt.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
So it's very devastating for me. I'm glad that I'm all right, and Brother Taylor and the people that are okay got it out okay, but I mourn for the people who lost loved ones and whose loved ones are hurt.
We all pray for the families and the victims impacted in this. Can you tell me, was there security at the church?
I'm not sure what the question is. You mean,
do you have security at the church? No. So there's no security at the church. No. Are you hearing about, was the suspect a parishioner or someone completely unknown?
I don't know who he was. I don't know if he was a parishioner. None of us know.
Okay.
We always know, and we just know that he's deceased, but we don't know.
Paula, you know, obviously.
I hope it wasn't a parishioner, but.
So there's some other interesting stuff too, because I saw this on X, and then I also saw this on, now scrolling on Facebook, where his mother, the shooter's mother, Brenda, supposedly left a heartfelt message to her son. Did the message send him over the edge? Let me see. I thought they said it was like although the note isn't directly addressed to the alleged shooter, Burton, Michigan, it was implied that the heartfelt post was indeed about her son. So this is supposedly what it says. People lack accountability, then say you could have talked to me. No, I couldn't. You don't listen. You deflect. You twist everything into an attack, then play the victim. Conversations with you aren't healing. They're exhausting, draining, and emotionally suffocating. Every time I try to speak, it feels like walking through a maze of blame where my words are used against me, my intentions questioned, and my emotions invalidated. I end up questioning myself, doubting my own perceptions, because nothing I say lands without being turned into some justification for your behavior. I spent too long bending, softening, and framing my words to fit the narrative you want, hoping for a connection, for understanding, for a simple acknowledgement of reality. But it never comes. Instead, there's defensiveness, twisting, manipulation, all while you act like you're the wronged party. And honestly, I can't and I won't invest my emotional energy in someone who consistently prioritizes winning over understanding, control over empathy, and excuses over responsibility. I don't owe my peace to someone who shows up to argue, only to argue, to gaslight, to manipulate, and then claim victimhood when the consequences of their actions are pointed out. My time, my energy, my clarity, and my emotional well-being are precious, and I'm done sacrificing them for someone who refuses to engage honestly. I will protect my calm, my boundaries, and my truth, even if it means walking away from the illusion of connection you so desperately cling to, but never truly embody. Did Mama set him off? I think there was some live feed too. I don't know if they had left. They're still out there, or they got off. Okay. But maybe they're still out there. A lot of violence, man. I think these people they're encouraging each other. I think the crazy people, the mentally unwell people out there, they're seeing these crimes and it's like some type of rally. They're all just plotting and planning. Oh, this is another person here.
Right now I can see bloodstains on your shirt.
Mm-hmm.
What happened?
So we were driving away. We were trying to gather as many people as we could. There was a couple of elderly ladies that we were trying to get into safety, so we got them into our car. I saw the active shooter come out of the building, and at that point I just started trying to drive away. He pointed his gun at our car and fired 3 shots. Two of them went through our windshield and just missed me, and luckily everybody else. I think this is just glass shrapnel that got me. And then we got out, and then now we're just trying to kind of find out why and how and what happened.
Brian, I don't have any words to describe what you're going through right now. How are you right now?
Shocked. I think I'm just sad. I'm worried about people that I attended church with that we don't know the status of them. I already know a couple people that were killed, or at least one that it was confirmed.
I'm so sorry.
And we're just trying to find out kind of what's going on. I think it's just confused, I guess, right now is probably what I'd say.
Could you have ever imagined something like this happening?
You know, you see this kind of stuff all the time, and you just think, I guess it could happen, but no, not really. It makes no sense. It never will make sense why this kind of thing happens. It's just sad.
Is that your car right there?
That is the
one which is taped?
Yeah.
Where were you going this morning?
What do you mean?
You were on your way somewhere?
No, we got out of the building because so the shooter came. He slammed into the building.
Okay.
With his truck. He had American flags, all over his truck. I'm assuming this is a political statement, but I don't know. We can't assume.
That's what
that,
I was
guess. We don't
wondering
know.
too.
But as soon as we found out that he slammed into the building on purpose, I was pretty sure that then he might come out with guns drawn, and so we started running. I gathered as many people as we could, and I was driving out of the parking lot to safety when he started shooting at us.
Brian, just looking at the church on fire, the church that you were just there this morning, parishioners over here, people that you probably went to church with this morning.
Yep.
Your condition right now, how would you describe this?
I'm happy that it wasn't worse for me and for my family. My heart and prayers go to those in the congregation that might not have been so lucky, and we're just waiting to hear right now what happened.
There was also the mass shooting in where was this? This is Texas. Shooting in Kickapoo Lucky Eagle Casino. This was a
Mass shooting at a casino in Maverick County. That's what we're getting to first. At least 2 people killed, several more hurt. Law enforcement is investigating just outside of Eagle Pass. Thanks for joining us. I'm Mandy Noel. That shooting just before midnight overnight at the Kickapoo Lucky Eagle Casino and Hotel. A 34-year-old man now facing capital murder charges. The casino, located on the Rio Grande, is about 20 minutes outside of Eagle Pass and nearly 200 miles from where the suspect, 34-year-old Kieran Jones, was arrested in Wilson County by Texas DPS. According to the Eagle Pass News leader, Jones previously served in the National Guard. News 4 San Antonio's Destiny Fuller joins us now live from Eagle Pass, where the Maverick County Sheriff spoke very briefly just in the last hour. Destiny?
Mandy, that's right. And after a long day in Eagle Pass, this was the first press conference that we heard for the day. And like you said, the sheriff, Mr. Tom Shermer, kept it very brief, saying that this is still early in the investigation. Here's what he said. Deputies were dispatched to the casino around 11:45 last night to help Kickapoo Tribal Police secure the area while they searched for the shooter around the Kickapoo Lucky Eagle Casino. He got away and was later found in Wilson County.
Kickapoo Police Department, in collaboration with the Texas Ranger and DPS, located the suspect in Wilson County, and he was taken into custody. The suspect name, he's 34 years old, and his name is Kieran Jones.
Jones is facing 2 counts of capital murder and 5 counts of assault with a deadly weapon. Witnesses gave us a first-hand account of how it all went down. A packed Saturday night at the Kickapoo Lucky Eagle Casino, quickly becoming deadly.
Everybody started getting out of the casino. As we were walking, we stopped, and I heard someone yell, "Active shooter, run!" And after he said that, I heard 2 gunshots, and that's when we started running towards the exit.
Noemi Trejo was on what was supposed to be a relaxing sister trip. Instead, their group witnessed a shooting that left 2 people dead by Sunday morning.
My sister says, "Oh my God, there's a body. Oh my God, there's a body." When we started getting closer is when we realized that they were right there, like literally in front of her truck.
Another witness who wants to stay anonymous said she and her family saw everything unfold from their hotel room.
We started seeing a chaos because from our window you could see from the hotel side, you could see everybody running out.
Eagle Pass Mayor Aaron Valdez confirming the identity of one of the victims as Mark Antley in a Facebook post, describing him as a friend and generous leader in the community. He's also a retired U.S. Customs and Border Patrol agent.
It hurts me more seeing them also suffer for no reason. They had no fault in this. They just at the wrong place at the wrong time, and that our hearts are with them.
34-year-old Kieran Jones is in custody for the shooting. He was arrested nearly 175 miles away from Eagle Pass in Stockdale, reportedly taking state troopers on a chase before they caught him. Investigators are still trying to piece together why this all happened. Witnesses dealing with unexpected trauma.
So that's crazy. That's crazy. That was the casino shooting. They're saying, Brian Enton posted that people inside the Michigan church, back to the other story, shielded children to save them when the gunfire started. So, man, I don't even know what to say anymore. You know, bring back asylums. There's some type of mental health crisis. Maybe the guy had PTSD. I don't know. Why a church? I don't understand that. Why a church? People are just going there in peace to pray. Makes no sense. Evil. They had the bomb squad at his house earlier today as well. I don't know anything about the wife and, well, supposedly he has a wife and kid, and the son had not a terminal, but a rare condition, and it put some financial burden on the family.
The 82-year-old Virginia Allen, she lives on the street. What's the name of the street again?
Walnut Creek Drive.
Walnut Creek Drive, and you're like quarter of a mile away from the church right now. What did you hear at 10:30 this morning?
I was talking to my girlfriend right in back of me. I was in my bathroom and heard a definite boom, boom. And it stopped. And I said to her, "Oh, I think it's the neighbor next door. They're remodeling their lower level." She said, "No, I think it's a gunshot." And again, we heard boom, boom. I know there were 4 shots fired. I heard them. We heard them. She lives on the next street if you wanted to interview her also. We heard it definitely. This is such a sad day. My heart is broken for these people. My God, why can't people just get along and be kind to one another? It's so much easier to do that than to fill your heart with evil. Please pray for all these people. It is truly a sad, sad day. My heart is broken for everyone that is injured, everybody that is hurt, children that are suffering, they're scared. I've seen children crying. One little boy asked for a hug. My neighbor said her heart is just broken. What kind of people are we now in this world that we can't just be kind? Please pray for those people that are suffering.
I don't know. And a lot of people online, they're saying whether he was on the right, he was on the left. This sign is being interpreted multiple ways. Some people see this sign as, he has a Trump Vance sign. Yeah. But other people are saying it's stop Trump Vance. So I don't know, however you want to see it. I guess more will come out. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. The guy's motivations, mental health. Why would anybody do that? Regardless of whatever party you're on, it just makes no sense. Psychotic. Everywhere. It's just shootings and violence everywhere. People have lost their mind, and it seems to me like it's increasing. All right, guys, I'm going to get off for now. I just jumped on for a little bit, but I appreciate you guys. I'm kind of getting things ready for the week. Kids back to school. I will jump on, though, if there's anything that's like breaking tonight, something happens, I'll jump back on later or something. If not, I'll see you guys more than likely tomorrow. Oh, there's a hearing for the Tyler Robinson tomorrow. Oh, okay. We can cover that. Tyler Robinson tomorrow. I don't know. This whole thing, what his political affiliation was. But I'm sure more will come out. All right, guys, get some rest. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. Appreciate all the 6,000 people that came through. Appreciate that on YouTube. Bye. Good night. Adios.